Under the dim lamplight, Elias, a gaunt clockmaker, hunches over a broken clock. The cramped workshop reflects his poverty, every corner filled with the clutter of a life consumed by time. He sighs, the weight of defeat heavy in the dimly lit space. Each tick of the broken clock echoes the silent struggles of his solitary world. Sunlight paints Elias's weary face as his nimble fingers dance across the intricate gears of a grandfather clock. The clock, an antique masterpiece, hums softly as Elias works, a symphony of ticking and talking filling the workshop. A hidden panel clicks open, revealing a secret compartment lined with velvet. Nestled inside, glittering gold nuggets gleam, a treasure hidden within the heart of time. Inside Elias's dimly lit workshop, shadows dance around him as he sets his gaze upon the gold. His eyes widen, disbelief battling with a dawning, dangerous avarice. He clutches a nugget, the cold metal burning in his trembling hand. The gold reflects in his eyes, turning them into glittering pools of desire. His breath hitches as the weight of the nugget anchors him to a new reality. Avarice begins to consume Elias, transforming him into something unrecognizable. In the bustling town square, Elias, now in slightly finer clothes, hesitates before a jewelry shop, his expression a mix of hope and apprehension. Inside, the glint of gold catches the light as Elias presents his small quantity, a silent transaction about to unfold. The jeweler examines the offering with a practiced eye, a moment of tense anticipation hanging in the air. A considerable sum of money changes hands, a tangible reward for Elias's offering, his eyes reflecting a flicker of relief. Elias clutches the money, a newfound sense of possibility dawning as he steps back into the vibrant energy of the town square. In his workshop, Elias sits amidst mountains of gold, sleepless eyes reflecting the hoard's glimmering allure. Thoughts of wealth and power consume him as he stares blankly, the weight of his ambitions heavy on his brow. He grabs a charcoal stick, his mind racing with visions of ornate clocks, each more extravagant than the last. On parchment, designs for timepieces of unparalleled opulence begin to take shape under Elias's feverish hand. Elias, radiating newfound wealth, strides towards Seraphina's grand mansion, its imposing facade a testament to opulence. Manicured lawns stretch endlessly, framing his approach like a carefully staged tableau of success and ambition. In his hands, he carries a meticulously wrapped package, a custom-made clock destined for Seraphina. The mansion looms closer, a silent witness to the unfolding drama of wealth, power, and unspoken desires. Elias pauses, a determined glint in his eyes, ready to present his offering at the threshold of Seraphina's world. In the opulent ballroom, Elias watches Seraphina, captivated by her radiant beauty and charm. She is the heart of the gathering, a constellation of admirers swirling around her. Amidst the throng, Seraphina's eyes meet Elias's, a spark of intrigue igniting within her. Drawn by his newfound wealth, her gaze lingers, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. In Seraphina's dimly lit study, shadows dance across mahogany furniture, setting a stage for ambition and fortune. Seraphina, composed, eyes a small pile of gold. Elias, this is truly remarkable. You've struck gold, quite literally. Elias leans in, excitement sparkling. I know, Seraphina. I can't believe it myself. The potential is enormous. Seraphina's eyes gleam. With my connections, we could multiply this fortune tenfold. Trust me, Elias, she purrs, a web of influence and wealth slowly unfurling. The returns will be substantial. In a workshop consumed by chaos, Elias melts clocks with manic glee, his eyes gleaming in the crucible's flickering light. Molten gold drips like liquid fire, casting wild shadows on Elias's sweat-streaked face. The air hangs heavy, thick with the metallic tang of melting brass and gold. Disassembled timepieces litter the workbench, a testament to Elias's obsession. Tools are scattered haphazardly, reflecting the frenzied pace of his desperate work. Elias labors on, driven by a force that consumes both time and sanity. Elias, draped in gaudy finery, struts across the bustling town square, a spectacle of pride and newfound wealth. Silk scarves cascade from his hands as he flaunts his extravagance, purchasing trinkets with a dismissive wave. Envious eyes follow his every move, a silent chorus of resentment and longing. He ignores the concerned gazes of former friends, his jaw clenched, his eyes fixed straight ahead. His face is a mask of determination, shielding a heart wrestling with ambition's heavy price. Chandeliers cast a warm glow, illuminating the high-stakes poker game in Serafina's mansion. Elias, beads of sweat forming, pushes a stack of chips forward, a desperate gamble in the opulent room. Serafina watches him, a subtle, knowing smile gracing her lips as the tension thickens. Wealthy individuals surround the table, their faces masks of greed and anticipation as fortunes hang in balance. Elias runs a defeated hand through his hair as Serafina coos. "Don't worry, darling. You'll win it back." Elias bursts into his workshop, his breath ragged and eyes bloodshot. Driven by an insatiable hunger for gold, he tears at the walls, splinters flying, desperately searching for any remaining hidden veins of gold. His calloused, trembling hands rip away at the wood, revealing the cold, bare stone beneath. A frenzied desperation consumes him as he digs deeper, seeking the elusive glimmer of wealth. Elias, dirt-streaked and weary, stumbles through the dense, unforgiving forest, each step a battle against exhaustion. Clutched in his calloused hands is Serafina's tattered map, a fragile guide in this wilderness. Sweat beads on his brow as his eyes dart nervously, scanning the ancient trees. Paranoia gnaws at him, each rustle of leaves a potential threat in the silent woods. The weight of his mission presses down, fueling both his determination and growing fear. In Serafina's opulent mansion, wealthy men gather, their eyes drawn to their captivating hostess. Serafina, adorned in a lavish gown, moves among them, a subtle smirk playing on her lips. Elias, bless his heart, truly believed I would simply hand over the company, she says, her voice dripping with contempt. He thought a few paltry promises could sway me. The audacity, Serafina declares, amusement dancing in her eyes. Greed often blinds one to the obvious, Serafina concludes, a knowing glance sweeping across the room. Elias stumbles through the dense forest, his gaunt frame a silhouette against the dark. Each rustle of leaves is a threat, each snap a reminder of his vulnerability. He gasps for air, his breath misting in the cold night. A moment of desperate pause, a horrifying realization dawns upon him. Serafina's betrayal cuts deeper than the shadows. His eyes widen with the crushing weight of deceit, lost and alone in the unforgiving woods. Despair washes over Elias as the true extent of Serafina's treachery becomes chillingly clear. Elias enters his workshop, a sense of anticipation on his face. The scene cuts to reveal the workshop has been completely ransacked. Every shelf is bare, every drawer is open, and the room is filled with scattered debris. Elias stares in disbelief, the color draining from his face as he takes in the devastation. His knees buckle, and he collapses onto the floor, overcome by despair and loss. Shadows stretch across the opulent hall of Seraphina's mansion, dimly lit, whispering secrets among priceless artifacts. Elias stands, his face a canvas of raw hurt and simmering anger, a stark contrast to the mansion's cold grandeur. Seraphina's beauty is glacial, her composure unyielding as she faces Elias's anguished gaze. Elias's voice cracks with betrayal. "How could you, Seraphina? I trusted you." The words hang heavy in the air. Seraphina's reply is sharp, devoid of warmth. "Trust is a luxury, Elias, one I couldn't afford." Her eyes gleam with cold calculation as she delivers the final blow. "You were useful, nothing more." In Seraphina's opulent mansion, tension hangs heavy, thick with unspoken accusations and simmering rage. Elias, consumed by fury, unleashes a torrent of gestures, each movement sharp and volatile. His face contorts, a mask of raw emotion, reflecting a storm of inner turmoil and bitter resentment. In a fit of uncontrollable anger, his hand strikes a priceless vase, a symbol of shattered elegance. The vase plummets, a cascade of porcelain shards and lost value exploding across the polished floor. The sound of shattering echoes through the mansion, a deafening punctuation mark to their conflict. In the bustling town square, Elias stands alone, a solitary figure amidst a sea of averted eyes and scornful glances. The townsfolk actively shun him, their faces a canvas of disapproval, each avoiding his gaze as if he carries a curse. His reputation lies in ruins, the weight of disgrace crushing his spirit, bending him under its invisible force. He's completely isolated, a pariah in his own community, utterly shunned by everyone he once knew and loved. In the dim, Elias sits alone in his ruined workshop, the air thick with dust and the ghosts of shattered dreams. Faint light streams through cracked windows, casting long shadows over the debris of his broken inventions. Dust motes dance in the air, each a tiny reminder of what once was and what will never be again. His shoulders slump, weighed down by the heavy burden of regret and the bitter taste of past failures. Amidst the rubble, scattered tools lie abandoned, symbols of a once brilliant mind now lost in despair. The silence is broken only by the soft whisper of the wind, a mournful lament for a future unmade. Sunlight floods Seraphina's mansion, highlighting the luxurious furnishings. Seraphina lounges on a vælvet chaise, a champagne flute in her hand. The crystal glass sparkles, mirroring the grandeur around her. A subtle emptiness shadows Seraphina's otherwise flawless features. She appears lost in thought, despite the opulent surroundings. The mansion is silent, save for the faint clink of crystal. In the bustling town square, Elias stands behind a rickety table, his meager possessions laid bare to the uncaring world. His voice, hoarse with desperation, cuts through the noise as he attempts to lure passers-by with his wares. Faces turn, glances flicker, but indifference prevails. The crowd streams past, unmoved by his plight. He watches, the weight of his solitude heavy on his shoulders as the day wears on, hope slowly fading. Moonlight cuts through the gloom, illuminating dust in Elias's workshop, tools hanging silent, casting skeletal shadows. Elias tosses on his cot, his face slick with sweat, lost in a nightmare that clings to him like a shroud. Gold, Mountains of shimmering, cursed gold fill his vision. A narration whispers, painting a picture of greed and despair. Then, Seraphina's laughter, sharp and cruel, echoes through the darkness. A narration speaks, amplifying his torment. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy as Elias enters the forest. A solitary figure swallowed by the green. Each step is heavy, burdened by unseen weight. He wanders with no path, a broken man in a silent world. His eyes, hollow and distant, reflect the lost hope, a mirror of despair in the heart of the woods. The trees stand as silent witnesses to his grief, their shadows lengthening with the fading day. A gust of wind rustles the leaves, a mournful whisper echoing his unspoken pain. He continues deeper, seeking solace or oblivion, the forest closing in around him like a shroud. Chandeliers blaze, illuminating a sea of faces at Seraphina's opulent mansion, where music and laughter fill the air. Guests mingle, champagne flutes chime, a symphony of celebration unfolds. Yet, near a towering marble fireplace, Seraphina stands alone, a figure of stark discontent. Her eyes reflect a restless spirit, a world away from the joyous revelry surrounding her. The warm glow of the mansion fails to touch the cold unease that grips her. A stark contrast to the vibrant scene, Seraphina's solitude deepens. The town square buzzes with life as Elias strides through, a quiet observer amidst the vibrant chaos. A lone boy sits on a bench, a small island of frustration in the sea of activity. His brow furrows in concentration as he wrestles with a broken toy clock, its hands frozen in time. Elias approaches with a gentle smile, a beacon of kindness in the boy's isolated struggle. The air crackles with anticipation as their paths converge, a silent promise of connection. Will Elias offer a solution, or simply a moment of shared understanding? Sunlight streams into Elias's workshop, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air as he begins to rebuild his life. His hands, weathered but steady, carefully piece together a broken clockwork mechanism, a symbol of his own restoration. The rhythmic ticking of gears fills the space, a soothing counterpoint to the echoes of past turmoil. A young boy watches Elias intently, his eyes wide with fascination as he learns the craft, a promise of hope renewed. The workshop, once a place of despair, slowly transforms into a sanctuary of creation and healing. Inside Seraphina's grandiose mansion, the silence amplifies her solitude, each opulent detail a stark reminder of her emptiness. Seraphina sits alone, the weight of her wealth pressing down, her heart echoing in the mansion's silent halls. The mansion's grandeur mocks her solitude, highlighting the profound emptiness within Seraphina's heart. A hollow echo reverberates, a stark reminder of the emotional chasm within her amidst the opulent surroundings. In the sunlit town square, Elias kneels, surrounded by children holding clocks. With gentle hands, he guides them, their brows furrowed in concentration. Each tick and tock fills the air as they learn the delicate art of repair. A peaceful smile graces Elias's lips, content in sharing his passion. The clocks gleam, reflecting a shared moment of learning and joy. Sunlight pierces the dusty air of Seraphina's mansion, exposing neglect and decay. Empty champagne bottles litter surfaces, ghosts of lavish parties past. A half-eaten plate of caviar attracts flies, a symbol of opulence turned to ruin. Seraphina's reflection in the mirror reveals worry lines etched deep in her face. Eerily silent hallways echo, with the absence of laughter and life. Serafina is isolated in her opulent prison as her social circle dwindles. In the bustling town square, Elias spots Serafina, her hand outstretched, her eyes pleading. A moment of hesitation etches across Elias's face as he observes Serafina's plight. Moved by compassion, Elias reaches into his pocket, a small coin glinting between his fingers. He extends his hand, offering the coin to Serafina, a silent gesture of empathy in the crowded square. In Elias's workshop, dust motes swirl in a beam of light, illuminating a space crowded with tools and the shadows of a lifetime. Elias sits hunched, his face a map of weariness, the weight of years etched into every line. He stares at his hands, calloused and stained, a testament to relentless labor and countless hours of toil. A slow dawning breaks across his face, a realization as profound as it is simple. True wealth, he understands, is not found in gold or possessions, but in the kindness one shares. It lies in the community built, brick by brick, with compassion and unwavering support. In the bustling town square, Serafina clutches a single coin, its worth about to be measured in bread. The transaction is complete. Bread for coin, survival, bartered in the open air. With the loaf secured, her gaze drifts towards Elias, a shadow of regret flickering across her face. A silent apology hangs in the air, unspoken yet heavy with the weight of their shared circumstances. Sunlight floods Elias's workshop, illuminating dust motes dancing among clocks and tools. With weathered hands, Elias delicately repairs a clock, his movements precise and practiced. Intricate gears and delicate mechanisms scatter across his workbench, a testament to his craft. A gentle smile graces his lips, finding peace in the rhythmic ticking that fills his simple life. Sunlight filters through the ancient trees, casting dappled shadows across the weathered headstones of the town cemetery. Elias stands before a worn headstone, its inscription faded by time, his expression melancholic in the soft light. He gazes at the names of his parents, a gentle breeze carrying the scent of damp earth and fading flowers. Lost in reflection, Elias contemplates the lessons learned, the hardships faced, and the enduring power of love. The cemetery stands silent, a peaceful haven where memories linger and the echoes of the past resonate. As the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky with fire, Elias watches from the town square, his silhouette stark against the fading light. The warm hues of sunset cast a golden glow on his face, softening the hard lines etched by past trials. A profound sense of peace settles over him, a stillness he hasn't known in what feels like a lifetime. His eyes, once clouded with ambition, now reflect the serene beauty of the twilight. In this moment, Elias understands the true cost of his past greed, a lesson etched deep within his soul. Redemption found under the setting sun. Elias stands tall, ready to embrace a future free from the chains of avarice.